Welcome to this quick start video outlining the HyperCore foreign VM port process. This tutorial will provide the general steps for importing a foreign virtual machine or appliance into the Scale Computing HyperCore system to run as a HyperCore VM. This includes VHD, VHDX, VMDK, QCOW2, OVA, and other file types that have not been natively exported from the existing HyperCore system previously. Please note, the features shown in this video guide have been tested in a limited fashion internally and in preliminary use have been seen to function in most environments in the field. However, the features are not officially tested as part of the HyperCore system and may cause unexpected behavior. Best effort assistance will be provided at ScaleCare support's discretion unless otherwise noted. There are a few requirements to consider before beginning the foreign import process. An SMB share must be made available locally to the HyperCore system network with read and write credential access. The appliance backing files, specifically the disk and data files, for the foreign VM or appliance should be copied into the same SMB share as the exported HyperCore template for the easiest import and conversion process. In this example, we will be using the VMDK format. Please note, as of HyperCore version 9.2.8, imported disks cannot exceed 16 terabytes in size. Disks exceeding 16 terabytes will cause unexpected behavior in VM recognition, boot sequences, and/or operation. It is required that disks larger than 16 terabytes be shrunk or split into multiple disks as necessary. First, we will create and export the HyperCore VM template. All of the following steps will be completed in the HyperCore web interface. Create a template VM that matches the configuration of the foreign VM or appliance you would like to import by using the Create VM or plus sign icon located in the middle left area of the web interface. Enter the appropriate information for the new VM to be imported, matching the operating system, number of disks, CPU allocation, and RAM allocation as needed. Disk size will not matter, only that the number of disks match as the disks are created as a one-to-one conversion. Additional disks can be added after the initial template creation process is completed. When selecting the disk type, it is important to select the compatible IDE drivers. Selecting the Scale Tools performance drivers for a foreign VM or appliance not already utilizing VirtIO drivers may cause boot issues on the imported appliance, particularly in a Windows environment. The performance drivers can be injected after the import as outlined in the documentation. To export the newly created VM, select the Replication and Snapshots icon on the VM card for the new VM that was created. This appears as a stack of papers on the left side of the VM card. Click the Export VM icon, which appears as a box with an arrow pointing up on the bottom right of the VM card in the Replication and Snapshot screen. Enter the SMB share information for the export. A folder with the VM's name will be exported to the specified path. Inside the VM folder will be a single XML file and a QCOW2 file for each HyperCore VM disk that was exported. Now that the VM template is exported, we will move on to copy the foreign disk files to the template. The next steps will be taken through the SMB share location and on the content of the exported HyperCore VM folder. Browse to the SMB share holding the template HyperCore VM that was exported. Ensure that the foreign VM or appliance disk backing files are either already in the same SMB share or can be copied into the SMB share for the following steps. Copy each foreign VM or appliance disk backing file into the VM export folder that contains the exported VM's XML and QCOW2 files. The VMDK file is our foreign backing file in this example. Rename the exported QCOW2 file with some sort of old designation as seen in the first image here. Rename the foreign disk backing file, or the VMDK in this example, to match the QCOW2 exported disk file name. The VMDK data is now under the exported QCOW2 file name. Please note, Do not alter or remove the XML file that is exported with the QCOW2 disk files. The XML is required for the import process. If a re-export is needed for additional disks, delete the original export and do not attempt to reuse the XML files. As noted earlier, the disks are a one-to-one conversion. You'll need an exported QCOW2 file for each foreign VM disk backing file that you need to convert. You may need to re-export the HyperCore VM files if additional disks are needed. Once the files are prepared, move on to import the foreign disks. These next steps will be taken through the HyperCore web interface. Click the Import VM icon. This appears as the box with an arrow pointing down next to the Create VM icon or plus sign we used earlier. Enter the SMB share information for the import. Ensure the exported HyperCore VM folder path is included in the total path name. A new VM will be created in the HyperCore web interface. The HyperCore system will detect the foreign disk format during the import process and automatically convert the disks to the required QCOW2 file type during the import. The end result will be a new HyperCore VM with the QCOW2 format using the imported foreign VM or appliance data. Once the foreign VM or appliance has been imported, there is the option to inject the Scale Tools performance drivers. This generally improves the performance and virtual device capabilities of the VM. This is not required, but is recommended and should work for any Windows operating system running Server 2003 R2 and up. If you have any questions or need further assistance regarding this process, please refer to the feature documentation available through the Scale Computing community or contact Scale Care support teams at any time. Thank you for watching this tutorial of the HyperCore foreign VM import process.